Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how I lost over $800 trading Nasdaq. This was a quite bad trade and overall the day was quite bad. It was choppy. There was no clean movement in my opinion. But I would say let's get right into it and I will show you how I lost this trade. Starting with the higher time frame, we can clearly see that we were extremely bullish. The market on NQ and also on ES was very bullish. I think on ES we were trading at all-time highs, while NQ was a lacking index, but still very bullish. I just wanted to see any sort of continuation. Here was a 4-hour gap that I wanted that I marked out and wanted to see a reaction of, either by price, of course, trading into it and then continue the trend, or vice versa, starting with the longs and then shorting, but only at 9:30. So I drew the swing. On the 2-hour and 1-hour, there was nothing too crazy. Especially expect this one. There was an hourly gap. When I saw this, I wanted to see price hit this gap, respect it, and continue the trend. This was my only condition for the day initially. So coming on the day, I went on the 1 minute. As I said, I just wanted to see some sort of longs, but sadly there was never one. So I said, yeah, let's wait for price to continue trend by hitting this gap and then moving higher. So I waited another bit, took not this inversion because when looking at it, even though it looked valid, I didn't take it because of one reason. This candle took out the swing high of the gap and eventually of this previous candle, and eventually it paid off because I think it went lower. It was not even, there was a 1-to-1 if you took it by the point, if you entered exactly where I put my entry, but of course I did not take it. So I just waited. There was nothing too crazy for me. I never want to see shorts till, and then suddenly I saw this one. Why did I take this trade? There was a 1 minute inversion here, and if we come on the 5 minute exactly, you can see an order block right here. Since this was an order block, I wanted to see a tap into it, what happened, and the inversion. And another thing that gave me even more confidence was the fact that ES was trading off a 5 minute gap and also being near all-time highs. Since we were near all-time highs, I wanted to see, as I said, longs, and I took this trade. I took it even though we were maybe late 6 candles, so usually I don't want to see more than 3 candles for the gap to get inversed, but in this case I took the risk. I'm still on my evaluation, so I'm risking pretty heavily, and I was quite confident that at least I would get a break even. But sadly, when I put my take profit, my tool here, I wanted to target around 1-to-1 with the break even point here, and I didn't had the time to close my phone and to reopen it that I saw stop loss. I mean, it's my fault. This was nothing but expect a bad trade. It was very discretionary, and yeah, there's only things to learn. Now I will journal, but these are all things I already know. I must say I wanted to risk very heavily, as I said earlier, so yeah, I did not follow 100% my rules and I paid for it. Now I'm around $50,800 on my evaluation. Let's see tomorrow. And yeah, I need to start taking only A+ setups and only setups I am very confident, and stop avoiding these market conditions, because this market today was terrible and it was only my fault that I lost. And with this, I already finished the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will answer them as soon as possible, and as always, God bless. Bye.